right, there we go. Hey, what's up? How's it going, everybody? It is episode number 71 of the Unknown Games podcast. It has been one of those days, a long day for both myself and my co-host Alex. But hey, good news. The Buccaneers, I think, won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady has a 7th ring. And
how old is Tom Brady, by the way?
I don't know. I feel like Tom Brady's like old.
Do you think he's like some kind of are you familiar with Fate, like the Fate series, right? Anime series?
Yeah.
How they have like the summoned like heroic spirits from each era.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Tom Brady is like this era's heroic spirit?
He would be, because apparently he's won the Super Bowl under 4 different American presidents.
It's so funny because like if you think about like the Fate series, like Jean d'Arc and like Hercules and like Hercules and like
and then
all
Tom
these
Brady?
like yeah and then just like Tom Brady, you're like, oh
just
wow,
like friggin' just
yeah,
mythic legend proportion people.
just Tom Brady, yeah,
Tom Brady doing his thing.
So funny.
Yeah. So that happened, and of course, Aerith Gainsborough had her birthday. I don't know how old she is. She's like what, 25 in terms of Final Fantasy, well, real life years. Anyways.
Okay, yeah, that's a weird one to think about.
I always think I
always think of Aerith. Yeah. Is that what you're trying to say?
I was trying to think, like, how did we not mention like Jessie in our 69 episode? We did not mention Jessie at all.
Yeah, she's looking good. She's looking real good.
She's looking good. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Adrian, your host, and my co-host, the voice that you're hearing or seeing on the screen right now, is the Game Duck.
What's up? I'm Alex, the Game Duck, and I'm here to game.
My mind was like, and I'm here to slay. I'm like, damn.
No, why would I do? No, ducks don't.
I don't know. Ducks are pretty mean. I've heard ducks can get
like the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks did have the Bash Brothers, and they did bash people very hard.
You know what? I need to watch Mighty Ducks. I think I need to
wait. Have you never watched the Mighty Ducks?
I've seen when I was a kid. Yeah. I'm gonna queue that up on like Netflix like right now. I'm gonna
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
That's
Disney though. That's Disney. That's gonna be like Disney Plus, right?
Wait, is that Disney?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Disney owned the team. No, hold on. Now we're going down a rabbit hole. Anyways, keep the intro going.
Okay. Well, as always, remember you can follow myself and my co-host Alex on Twitch. We stream Monday through Friday, pretty much. I myself at NinjaTrixta, and my co-host Alex at Root24. We're both playing some cool games, so come and check us out. And of course, leave a review on iTunes for the podcast. Leave some comments in the chat if you're here live on YouTube, or wait, I said leave comments in the chat.
Just like
that's right.
Come jump in chat. Also, it is Disney.
Oh wow, it is Disney.
Yeah.
Dude, Disney, crazy. So, anyways, we're gonna keep today's show short. There we go. We're gonna keep it short today. And last week we had a pretty good short show, and I enjoyed it. So we're gonna do it again this week, and primarily focusing on Final Fantasy 14, Endwalker, and Apex Season 8. I'm saying those reverse in the way we're going to talk about them, but yeah, I gotta say, we're gonna move on in. Let's just go ahead and hop on into Season 8 of Apex. Have you been playing?
I've been jumping in every now and then. So I mean, obviously the draw of Season 8 is the new character. I guess, and the new map, and for some people maybe the new gun as well. But my initial impressions of Fuse is that he's a pretty fun character to play. He's really good if you like rush type characters, assault characters basically. So we talked about this on the podcast last week, but Fuses. So there's like Coke on my desk. It's sticky.
I thought you were gonna say like, there's Coke on your desk. I'm like, oh, bro, I didn't know you.
No, not that kind of Coke. No, police. No, police. No. Anyways,
talking about Coca-Cola.
Yeah. What was I saying? Sorry. So we talked about his abilities in last week's podcast. So he has the knuckle cluster. That's his tactical.
Yep.
And then its ultimate is like the Ring of Fire kind of thing, right?
Right.
So first impressions is that his tactical, the knuckle cluster, actually has a much shorter cooldown than I was expecting, and it's pretty good. It launches from his arm, kind of like at the same trajectory that Revenant's Silence would come out, but it goes really far. Like his knuckle cluster goes pretty far, actually.
Really far, yeah.
Yeah, I was shooting it like across valleys and stuff. It's crazy.
There's I remember having a match where, because I've been playing them, and you could literally shoot from like across the canyon to like the other side with just,
Yeah, it goes really
it's
far.
crazy.
Yeah. So when it hits, I would say it's about a second maybe before it starts like bursting. So if
Hmm.
you're trying to ambush a team, you want to make sure that you're timing that right.
Right.
But aside from that, initial impressions, tactical, the knuckle cluster is pretty fun. Short cooldowns, you can use that effectively for extended engagements if you want to be using that, and more than once in a single gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good for denial of area. So you want to make sure someone does not go through a particular choke or something like that, or you want to try to funnel them into a certain way. You can use a knuckle cluster to do that for sure.
Right, right. And I was looking at a story how they were explaining. Respawn was explaining exactly what you just said about Fuse and the fact that he is kind of an aerial denial character, in which I do have some characters like that. Of course,
Or caustic,
Caustic is
yeah, Megs Watson
in
kind of,
Watson
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
But he's like and they kind of framed him as saying he's a noob friendly character, someone you can kind of get in with and have fun because you don't really have to. Unlike Caustic, Caustic you can be self-sufficient with Caustic and deny people up close,
Mm.
or you can deny them from coming into the area from a little bit far. Same thing with Watson, but you really still have to have your positioning, even with your traps, right. But with Fuse, like we were talking about, you can just chuck grenades. I mean, he can
Yeah,
hold 2 grenades per
per
stack,
slot, yeah.
and I ended up having 12 grenades every game because I've been using the 30-30 repeater.
Hmm.
And that gun, it is a beautiful weapon. It is the baby I always wanted. Oh gosh, that sounded weird, but
Yeah, he
no,
just wants to give birth to a gun, but yeah, okay.
yeah, it's like a cross between the G7 and
Yep.
then I wouldn't say a Sentinel. I would say a Sentinel because a headshot is 100 damage, and body
When
shots
it's
are
charged, when it's charged, yeah,
when it's
fully.
charged, and it doesn't take
Mhm.
that long to charge either. So
No, it's like half the time as a choke, maybe, or even faster than that.
it actually feels faster than a choke. But point being, you only need like maybe 1 or 2 stacks of ammo, and then he's got the rest for grenades. So you can just
Yep.
sit back, lob grenades from a safe distance, support your team, and along what you said with the cluster. You can use his tactical right there, and then
Mhm.
you can use that to stun people. To then use the ultimate ability, the mother load, to kind of trap
Yeah,
them in there and
yeah,
combo.
you
It
can definitely like combo him real well. If you're using like the mother load to fence people in and then knuckle cluster grenade spam, you could really easily, put pressure on another team quite quickly.
mhm.
And that's just Fuse's kit by himself. If you're thinking how Fuse might be able to work with other legends, I can honestly foresee Fuse working quite well with Horizon's ultimate.
Mhm.
You can pull someone into an
Ooh.
area, and then you can knuckle cluster, grenade spam them. That's obviously deadly.
Mm-hmm. You can trap
Um,
them in the area with the ult too. You can combine those ults.
yeah.
Really, I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
So Fuse's kit works pretty well with Horizon for sure. And maybe other characters that will work similarly, like Caustic, for example. If you can imagine using
The
um
gas. That's.
the slow gas, like using
Mm-hmm.
the his ult to kind of slow enemies, then you can um use the knuckle cluster to do additional damage over time. So I think he's a great character. Yeah.
He's a good character. His strategies are pretty straightforward, but like you say, can be combined with the other legends. Even something like a Gibraltar. You can put
Yeah.
him, trap him in the ring, and then drop the ult down. Because the fire that damage that Fuse's ult does is actually pretty strong when you get hit by it. It takes a little bit out of you. So I gotta say, like I've been having fun with that. The 30-30 repeater has been for me it's been fun. I've enjoyed not having to constantly feel like I need to snipe with like a sniper rifle
Yeah. I think if
because
you put a
yeah.
2-4 on a 30-30,
Mhm.
it'll do pretty good at mid to long range engagements, right?
Right, right. It still holds its own, as you can kind of see in the picture that we have on the screen. That gun, like I said, it holds its own. It's not going to help you in terms of if you really want to do long range sniping, it won't. But mid range, it's perfect. It's good to
Mm.
get that initial shot in, and then or maybe 2 shots, and then kind of go in after that with your secondary weapon. What I found that this weapon really works well with is the gold mags, and I don't know how many gold mags you've been finding. That I've been busting up a lot of the kind of, what do you call them, the you have to use a grenade to get inside of them. They're like the vaults for Kings Canyon, but they've always had really good loot in them. They always have some gold mags, and it's been, you have a gold mag, you holster a weapon, 5 seconds later, then that weapon is reloaded. So it works perfectly with snipers for me. I'm not an assault character, or person, so I've been just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the season, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't used the anvil yet.
Oh yeah, you know what? I mean, I put on my gun, but then didn't really use it until I didn't really get a chance to use it. I mean, I kind of died, but yeah.
I mean, what I remember though is I think on the flatline it does around 75 per hit for like body shot.
Yeah, it's pretty deadly. Yeah,
it's
you
deadly.
Can land those shots consecutively. I actually use the flatline and the 301 single fire for long range pestering. Like not so much for actual engagements, but I'll use it to just like bother a team from a distance.
Right.
Yeah.
And it works. It's a perfect little weapon. I like I said, I enjoy it. So I think that's. I mean, have you found any of the places in terms of the map? Have you found any places that you're enjoying landing in more than the other, or do you feel like the map is kind of stagnant and it's kind of too similar to?
Yeah,
before?
they added the new crash site area, and then like what used to be like relay still kind of there, and then what not runoff slums, I guess, like used to be. Was it called slums?
It was slums. It was slums. Yep.
Yeah, like that area is all kind of changed and stuff like that. So those new areas are pretty cool. That being said, I'm still not landing there. I'm a creature of old habit, really. Yeah. So I'm still landing where I usually land, which is like Rig and Mirage Voyage, I guess.
That's what me and my friends are doing too. We're still landing.
Yeah, the satellite area for Crypto's takeover kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm landing.
That's that. Like I said, that's the same thing with my friends doing it. And it's kind of like, you don't mind landing in the newer spots. I will say though, the area outside of Runoff or the slums, that slums area, it's really big. It's actually, it connects to Pit, and then it is a different little feel to it. And there's some wide open areas there, which I don't really know how to maneuver because I haven't fought there too often. But it feels similar to like what's the area that Harvester, like a really large Harvester. In terms of one part of the crash site, how it all goes, it funnels up into one little area, but there's a ton of loot there, and I don't know. We've had a couple wins on it, so it's been good. I think that's my experience with Apex Season 8. I think if you haven't jumped in, now's a perfect time to play the game. There's still rumors of the Switch port coming out. I think it's like in March.
March now. Is it still rumor? I thought for some reason they confirmed it. I don't know. I just feel like they confirmed it, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
I feel like it might have been confirmed because it was a bunch of people were thinking it was going to be February, and then I think it's early March. Or no, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. It's late March now, I believe, right? Because the battle pass, they get 30 free levels. That's right. When they start for the Switch,
because they're like behind or something.
They're a month late. Yeah. So if you're on a Switch, crossplay, all that stuff is enabled. So definitely go check it out. Like I said, fun game. And we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of Apex.
Right.
Yeah, 2-year anniversary, and it looks like a fun event. We've got, of course, 10 Apex packs they're going to be giving away, or you can work your way through the event with. So earning, doing daily tasks or whatever, you can get those. And I think you get 2 event packs for free, and that's starting from February 9th to the 23rd. It looks, I like it. They're going to bring back some old skins. I'm going to put those up on screen really quick because I think the Jade Tiger, I think that's what Octane's is called, looks pretty good. I can't remember Rafe's cat. I don't know. I don't remember what that actually is called, but these are coming back. So get in on that event too. Some of these challenges are kind of funny though, or strange. I don't know. You need to deal the Mozambique here weapon charm. You need to deal 3,333 damage with the Mozambique.
I'll do it, dude.
You want to do it? Do you want to?
Why not? That's funny. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out this respect your elders, the badge. So if you do this, you get the Mozambique badge, and you need to deal 1,000, no, 102,000. I can't read numbers.
102,816, yeah.
Yeah. What is the reference? I don't get it.
I am too dumb to figure that out right now.
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out like before we started. I was like, what is this related to? But so that's, I don't know. That's a thing. You can get it. There's little badges.
Let me just double check the Apex Legends subreddit. Those wise folks would have figured it out by now.
They already know. And the town takeovers, or the events that they've had in the past, Locked and Loaded, the Evo, all that stuff that we've all come to know and love that they've done before. Those are coming back, so it's gonna be a fun time, like I said. And you got these awesome new skins, people getting dressed up, having fun.
Yeah, I can't find it. I don't think it's on the subreddit. Sorry, Reddit let me down.
Reddit, you let us down. Why you let us down like that? Why? Because
yeah, at least I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm searching wrong or something. I don't know.
It's an odd number, but it probably it'll click with us eventually. It'll click with us. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Like I said, definitely go check out Apex while you can. It's always there. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything else to say about Apex though? Before we move on.
No, it's good. It's fun. I guess it's more Apex. If you like Apex, you like Apex. If you are curious about it and haven't jumped in yet, then I mean it's free. And if you hate it, then just uninstall it. But whatever, dude. I don't know. It's all right. That's my advice. That's my life advice right now. But whatever, dude. If you don't like it, uninstall it. Yeah.
I'm like imagining this applied to real life. Man, I don't like you. Uninstalled. You just uninstalled a person from life. That's a different.
I mean, that might be a crime, but
no, there's an anime about that, and it is
really?
That was a deep anime. If you want to go watch Knowing, that is an anime that has a very childish look, but got real deep when it said, "Hey, you know how to just like deny someone's existence? Just ignore them." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And that was an anime about denying an existence. I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Real life pro tips right here.
There you go, from the dark side of Uno.
Yep.
The dark side of Uno. Moving on, we got Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion, Endwalker.
Got announced,
Got announced at their, I believe they had an event.
Well, they did like their live letter kind of thing, which is like, if you can imagine the equivalent of, I guess, like a Nintendo Direct kind of thing. They always do these announcements, yeah. No, they usually do them. Sorry, they usually announce them at their fan festivals, which I don't know if they did them this year because of COVID. But yeah,
I don't think they did them. They definitely didn't do it last year, and then this year I think it's just this is kind of what it is. They just had the.
It looks like they're still doing a fan festival. It says May 15th and 16th, 2021. So let's hope COVID isn't a friggin', thing. But but we'll see.
Let's hope it's not. I'm gonna queue up the trailer, and it's just gonna be running in the background as we talk about it. But did you take anything away from the trailer or from the news?
To be honest, I like how in the YouTube description it literally says Alex probably turns up for Endwalker news. I don't think I will. No. So here's the thing about FF14. I'm trying to get back into the game personally. I used to play a lot of 14. I haven't mentioned this before on the podcast, I believe, but I used to play a lot of 14 back when the current expansion was at that time Heavensward, which is the second one, really, or the first one, depending on how you look at it. Right. In all things considered, in the grand scheme of FF14, I'm barely touched the game. I'm like I was there for the beginning kind of, but then I dropped off for the last two expansions, the most recent one, so Stormblood and Shadowbringers, yeah. Right. So I had a pretty fun time. Like, apparently they go to the moon for some weird ass reason, so I'm pretty curious about that. So I'm pretty curious. I like 14 a lot, and I had a good time playing it. When I was playing it, I was raiding, which I don't know if I want to raid again, but I did enjoy playing with a group of friends, and we would get together, do some content, that kind of thing. So here's what's up: is I actually bought the complete edition over the winter sale because it was like $30. It was like 3,000 yen. For the complete edition, which includes the base game and all the expansions all the way up to the Shadowbringers. Okay. I haven't redeemed the key yet, because what that does is that starts my monthly subscription that I'm paying like $10 a month. So what I'm actually doing now is I'm actually just playing the trial
which is
on
up to like what level 40 or
it's like up to level 50, I believe.
okay.
Maybe 6. I can't remember. Just whatever the cap for Heaven's Ward was.
Heaven's
So
Ward, yeah, it goes
it
pretty
goes all
decent.
the
It
way.
goes pretty
Yes.
decent.
So the free trial goes all the way up to the end of Heaven's Ward, which is what I was already paying for back when I was playing. So when you play the trial, you're not locked into a monthly subscription. So my plan is to just like play FF14 like super casually up until the point that I hit the end of Heaven's Ward, and then I'm like, all right, here's my key, boom, let's do it. Let's
And then
start
just
playing.
go ham into it.
I'm hoping that I'll get to that point. I'll actually get my money's worth out of that complete edition key within the year, so I'll be ready for Endwalker. But yeah, we'll see.
I mean, all the trailers they've released for the game, I like honestly like all the story stuff is really kind of cool, and I've always just kind of wanted to be like, okay, I just want to like get in on the story. I don't necessarily want to play the game as much, but I just want to like chill with the story because it is kind of interesting that this, there's a story that's running through with a lot of these characters. I mean, similar with World of Warcraft when they they bring in people and a big event happens similar to this for the next expansions. But I don't know, like because it's Final Fantasy, I've played and I don't know, you feel like a connection. I think some of this may, with the whole moon thing, go back to Final Fantasy 4 is what some people were saying.
I don't know. The thing I've heard this about people when I asked in my Twitch chat, by the way, where you should follow me at twitch.tv/Root24, where I asked my like chat, like, for those of you who played WoW in 14, like, what is the biggest takeaways from those two games? And one person said, like, in WoW, you're just kind of playing the world, just in the world. Whereas in 14, you're actually like, you're the main character. Like, every person that plays 14 is the main character.
Right.
Of that story. So in that way, it's like really easy for you to get invested because you're like, I'm the main character of this story.
Right.
So that's what makes, I think, 14 way more fun to play. But whatever.
Yeah, one day we'll all get into it. We'll all get like super into it. is what I hope. I don't know. Like me and MMOs, like once you have like Apex and then you have another game, it's so hard because they're all time sinks in their own right.
Yeah,
but
you gotta make time for it or something like that. I think for 14, if you want to play casually, like an hour or two a day, every second day, that's probably a good way to play 14. It's just once you get to the competitive raiding scene, that's when you're expected to commit. You're expected to commit like 2 to 3 hours a night or something. And like at one time in my life, I'm like, I could do this for sure. But now that I'm a responsible adult, or I'm trying to be, it's gonna be harder, I think. But yeah.
It's definitely a time dedication that you have to devote to. And there's going to be 2 new classes that are coming out. One of them will be a DPS class, and I don't think they revealed anything about it.
And then a healer, right?
Right, the healer, which is called Sage. I don't know if it's called Sage or if Sage is like the name of the person, but it's a healing it's a healing class, and it looks pretty interesting. I mean, you got little laser light beam thingy mabobs that shoot out. I don't know. That's all I could parch. I was like, yo, you see this person shooting stuff out of wings. They're not wings, just
no, you sound high right now.
I really do. I do. And I apologize. I don't have the Coke on my desk.
Yeah, it's healing. It's a healing sage, which is pretty crazy. So we'll see how that works out.
We'll see how it works out. And I think that was about it, mainly for the FF14 news. From
Anima's going to be a fight, I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah, have you played FF10?
The summon Anima? Really?
Yeah. Have you haven't played 14, but like 14, what makes 14 fun is like there's a lot of like summons from the series that are bosses, raid bosses in 14. Like the Doom Train from FF6 is actually a fight. Kefka from 6 is a fight.
Oh, for what? How did they?
Yeah,
and they work them in like story wise. I'm assuming,
yeah.
They just
and then there's all the famous like summons you're used to. So like Leviathan and Garuda, and like they're in the main story as well. And Alexander was the raid tier from Heaven's Ward. Like Ruby Weapon, Omega Weapon, like they're all in 14. So for the new expansion, they're teasing Anima. I'm like, wow, that's wild.
That's pretty wild. That summon in FF10 alone was pretty epic. I mean,
wasn't it like Seymour's mother, right?
Yeah, and like it was
Yeah.
huge.
Spoilers for FF10, by the way. Sorry.
If you haven't played
If you haven't played
FF10,
it somehow in the last, you haven't got around to it in the, what, 20 years? How old is that game? Holy shit.
it's not 20 years yet because Final Fantasy 7 is 20 something years.
When did FF10 come out?
It came out in 2001.
So 20 years. 2001, so 20 years. The game's 20 years old.
I feel old.
Yeah. Yeah. 20 years?
Delete some existence there.
What?
Delete it.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that's happening. And moving along. This is like some small stories. We only got like 3 things left in the agenda, but Bayonetta 3, Hideki Kamiya says that
like
it
delayed, right?
He said we're gonna hear some news about it this year.
Okay.
That's about it.
I thought he was like, oh, but it's not coming out this year. Is what I thought he was,
Yeah. We're just gonna hear news about it, but it's not gonna come out. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, a lot of people still want it, and I was thinking after reading this story, the port for Bayonetta 2 is on the Switch because no one has a Wii U, and I was like, hey, when I get a Switch,
yeah, that's funny. Put it on PC, you cowards.
That is really strange. Like they have all of their games on. Like
no,
PC almost.
It's because Nintendo owns
it. Bayonetta.
Like,
okay.
Well, I think they have the publishing rights to 2, which is why it's Nintendo exclusive.
But, okay. I really would like to play it on PC, but I mean, when I get a Switch, that Monster Hunter Switch, the faded one.
Are you gonna get it? Like actually?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get that one. I'm not. I got a space on it. My desk for it. Like it's there. Sure. It's waiting. I got space.
All right.
I made it. And closing it out with the news, we were talking about Lady Dimitrescu. I think that's how we're gonna. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call her from Resident Evil. Or what did Ed call her?
Hot, like Vampire Mommy or something.
Vampire Mommy, yeah. Mommy.
I don't know if he's in chat still, but yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, Ehe? If you're here, shout outs to all the wonderful people here or listening. Go both ways. Anyway, she's 9'6".
Yeah, she's like 9'6" or something, like just tall as shit.
She is 9'6" with her, I think it's to clarify, with her heels and her hat.
Well, I mean, that's still terrifying though, but yeah. Can you imagine walking? That's like almost like double my height. Like that's damn, dude. Yeah.
That's a couple more heads on me. That's like 4 or 5 more heads. Like I was imagining it because like I used to take Greek and Roman mythology in high school and then also in college.
Sure.
And like that's god tier height. That's what Greeks would consider like god tier. Like
but now height. It's just vampire mommy or whatever.
Yeah, it's just vampire mommy. That's 2.9 meters. Like what the heck? Like what are you supposed to do? But you just submit. But it was another once again. And I didn't have the tweet pulled up right now, but
2.9 meters is
right.
Oh my god!
The tallest person ever recorded, Robert Wadlow, was only 8'11".
Oh my god!
She's taller than. I mean, it's kind of crazy. The scale.
My desk is 2 meters long. So 2.9 is basically 3 meters. So I'm looking at my desk right now and I'm like, plus another meter. And I'm like, okay, shit, that's really tall. She's taller than a tyrant? Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just looking at all the villains, like Mr. X and like Nemesis, all of them, and like they're all looking up at her. And it's weird. It is weird because they have to look
taller than the tyrant. Oh my god.
And she's taller and like she doesn't look humanly. I mean, she's not human, but vampirely even possible either. She just looks, even this mock-up, she's just wide. She's just like...
Yeah, that's a huge vampire lady.
That's a huge vampire lady. But yeah, once again, the devs were saying we were overjoyed to
wake up to the internet having this weird-ass tall vampire lady fetish.
Right, yes. And once again, we did not expect it.
I woke up to my Twitter feed talking about sexy tall vampire lady. I'm like, what is happening in the world right now?
That's what's happening. You gotta get on it. Everybody get on it.
Get on vampire lady. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if not, she'll get on you.
Oh shit! That's the title of our podcast this week.
Get on it.
Or she'll get on you. I don't know. Whatever. Is that how we're ending? Or is this how we're closing the episode? Or like, what is that really what you want to go out on? Or
that's the news I want to go out on.
All right, sounds good. Catch you back here next week, boys and girls.
Oh man, well, once again, like I said, everyone, be sure to give my co-host Root24 a follow on Twitch at Root24.
Sure, yeah, hit me up.
What are you playing? You're still playing Legends? I lurk in your stream these days.
I am almost done. Trials in the Sky. I'm on the last chapter now. I got to final chapter on Thursday, so I have like 10ish hours, I think. And then after I'm done Trails, I don't really know what I want to play. So probably an RPG of some kind, but we'll see.
Okay. And the stream time is going to be 9 p.m. Japan Standard Time, which translates to around 7 or 8 a.m.
Sorry, Japan Standard Time. There's no such thing as Japan Center Time.
Wait, did I say standard?
You said center time.
Oh, crap, man. My mind's not good either. Well, 7 or 8 for everyone in the U.S. or 6 in the morning. That's only
I guess that would be like 7 for East Coast or something like that. Yeah.
I think East Coast, it's like 7.
Yeah.
Central, it's 6. And then so on and so on. So
cool.
And you can follow myself at NinjaTrixta, streaming at the same time for I'm playing Celeste. Almost through with that game. The game's actually shorter than I thought it was, but there's still the B-sides that I kind of want to go through.
Yeah, there's like a lot of content to get through if you want to really dig for it. But...
And this week I'll be playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
Why? Who made you play that?
A member of goodness, Kyo, one of our Undertale
is
fans.
Making you play that game?
I was like, hey, it's also Valentine's. I might as well try to play.
Do you know any?
Valentine's...
Sorry. Let me stop you right now. What do you know about that game?
No, I don't know. All I know is he was just like, dude, I can't wait to see the horrors that you're gonna see when it gets to certain points. Like I was like,
but you don't really know.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
You're completely blank.
I'm completely blank. I'm actually completely blank. I just know it's a good game, or at least it has high reviews, overwhelmingly positive.
All right. Have fun with the game. All right.
All I can think of is it's school days, right? Some school days level crap is gonna happen. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, if it's school days.
You're fine. Yeah, you're tempered. Fine. Yeah, you saw school day. That anime
marathon
really
school days
messed you up, and you're like, I can handle anything in life now.
I can handle it all. If this tops it, then I'll be okay.
So, all right, well, sounds good.
Yeah, next week I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Yeah, you're just like the shell of a human. Like you can't even podcast anymore.
Just another husk. Another husk.
All right. So sounds good.
There we go, everyone. We'll catch you next week for episode number 72 of the Unknown Games podcast. And remember, whatever you do, wherever you are, go play some games, have some fun. You set the tone, and peace. Chill out.
Peace.
Yeah.